Hey YouTube, it's your boy Atticus, and yeah, we're doing a bonus round today. So, I was doing some thinking of something I haven't had on the channel, and I had a few people ask me if I would do this video, so I'm going to show you guys a good strategy on beating the Wood Elves. So I'm going to kind of break it down and explain the matchup, and then I'm going to show you my build and the thought process behind it. So when you're fighting the Wood Elves, there's a few of their strengths you're going to need to keep in mind. For one, they're going to beat you in the range game, and for two, they're usually going to beat you in the mobility game. So a lot of times I'll see guys when they go to fight Wood Elves, they'll take a very elite core. Say like Harganeth Executioners, and they'll take Blackguard, and pretty much all these expensive units. And in my experience, guys, that's the wrong approach. When you want to beat Wood Elves, you want to take a build like this. And what I did, guys, is I took a lot of cheap units that have shields. So I can match them for one on the numbers game. For two, it doesn't give them a elite target to shoot at. And for three, as you can see here, I've taken a lot of mobility and a lot of different tools to neglect the Wood Elf strength. So I'm going to show you this build, and we'll look at my opponent's build. So for mine here, I took actually, let's do it this way. I did 4 bleak swords, just regular. I didn't take any chevrons on them, because this one you want to get just as many numbers as you can. It's not really about being elite, since Wood Elves generally don't have elite troops themselves. I mean, they do have war dancers, and but I don't really put them in the same category. On each side, you take a spearman supported by the Hellebroni in the middle. That's usually a staple of all my builds. You put the spears on the sides because that way you have a defense against Wild Riders. Also, I took 2 units of dark shards with shields, and the reason for this, guys, is they have, as you can see here, silver shields. So if they do get into a archer fight, they'll do really good. But mainly, I took them to focus down trees or dirt through, or dragons if you have a Glade Lord. Also, you can see I've brought in 1, 2, 3 units of Harpies, and these guys are a must in this matchup, guys. They're going to screen out Glade Riders, I think they're called. What are these guys called here? Yeah, Glade Riders. They're going to keep Way Watchers. They're going to pretty much keep your opponent honest. Also, I took a Manticore, and guys, if ever the Manticore had a place in a matchup, it's against the Wood Elves. Now, since they don't have armor, these guys, the Manticore could single-handedly take out an archer unit. It could take out calves, since their calves don't have armor. It's just very good, and pretty much anywhere it rampages, minus some Asari spears, it's going to do good. So I always recommend it in this matchup. So we have 3 Harpies. We have a Manticore. So you can see right now I'm bringing a sizable force for air supremacy. I'm going to try to challenge him on that front. Also, I brought 2 units of Dark Riders. So in support of the Harpies, guys, and these guys have shields too, I have all the tools now to either chase away his skirmish cav or actually attack him. Also, the Slaaneshi Harvesters, and the reason you bring these guys is, for one, they do poison damage. For two, they can pretty much outrun. Well, they'll outrun or pace with any Wood Elf unit. And for 3, they have Word of Pain, which you're going to want to cast on their Wild Riders. So, for the Lord choice, I brought Morathi, and Morathi, like I've always said, is the most competitive pick, and she's really good in this matchup because, one, she's anti-large, so if you land her into a group of Wild Riders, she'll kill them, guys, especially with her debuffs. And and for 2, all her debuffs, not to mention the minus 18 melee attack. So don't be afraid to throw her into a oncoming unit of Wild Riders, guys. You'll see in this matchup how good she does. So yeah, so that's my anti-Wood Elves build right here, guys. So you'll see it here in action for a minute. In a minute. As for my opponent, yeah, this is a pretty standard Wood Elf build. It's a good Wood Elf build. If I would have went very elite, small, maybe like 1 or 2 unit of cavalry, he would have easily beat it. Because check this out. So he has 2 Glade Riders, poison. I think these are the poison ones, are they? Are these the Harganeth tips? Maybe just the regular ones. Okay, so he has 2 units of those, supported by 2 Wild Riders. So this is a very good matchup, guys. You have 2 to screen and 2 to do damage. And you guys all know how good Wild Riders are. He surprisingly didn't take the shield variant, which maybe he wasn't expecting a lot of archers, but still, these guys get a hold of you. You can see how much their stats 42, 23. These are not shock cavalry too, guys. These ones you want to, you could leave them in combat. They'll do really good. For his front line here, he brought a mixture of war dancers, treekin, war dancers. Yeah, so pretty much just a mixture. And this is a pretty scary front line if you think about it, because the war dancers will chew through bleak swords. The treekin will pretty much hold the line indefinitely, and it gives you time for your archers and everything to do their work. So he did bring Glade Guard of Hagbane tips, and these are poison. So this is gonna, weaken my troops and just make it easier for these war dancers to push through. He also brought a Glade Lord. This is a Glade Lady. This is the one that she has, the nets and stuff, and supported by, looks like, 2 units of Eternal Guard just to keep any cavalry. So yeah, it's a pretty good, little force there. It has a lot of tools to which, to beat the Wood Elves. So I'm going to go ahead and start the match and kind of just show you guys, how I went about doing this. So, did I start it? Alright, so yeah, right off the bat, I saw, this contingent, this force right here, and I had my forces spread it out. So what I did is I started retreating, because if I had to send my troops in one at a time, guys, they'd get wiped out. So, as you can see right here, I'm starting to call all my forces over there. So when I do start to go, attacking, I'll be able to, beat them with numbers. You can see here, though, I do get a good miasma, just to start getting some early damage on. And hopefully, I'm trying to just delay him long enough for the rest of my troops to get in position. As for here, I move start moving the army up. No sense waiting. I have no advantage by holding out. So I figured let's go ahead and get the troops into action. And now that my forces have all came here, I'm going to send them all into attack. And right off the bat, guys, you're going to see Marathi come in to stop one of these Wild Rider charges. So he's going to get a really good attack with the Dark Riders, and there's nothing I could do about that. But I am going to cast a Word of Pain here shortly. But yeah, guys, look at this. You put Marathi in here. She's debuffing these guys. Let's look at them. Yeah, they're down to 24 melee attack, and she'll be able to hang by herself. You can see right here, Word of Pain is cast on these Wild Riders, supported by the Manticore and the Slaaneshi Harvesters. So yeah, we're going to pretty much break those units. Marathi is chasing these ones off. I have my Harpies over here screening off 2 units of his missile cav. And as our front line engagement's going, you can see that my Dark Shards are free to just, shoot the unshielded War Dancers. I can shoot the Treekin. I pretty much have free reign because I have tools which to keep him from getting into my back line. So I've pretty much switched it around on him. So, yeah, you can see Marathi, is taking care of those anti-larges just like that. And I have extra unit of Harpies, so I can start just dropping those in on his archers now. Let's go ahead and just pull back. You can see right here I've broken that unit of Wild Riders. So, what's that leave for him? I think he has maybe one other unit. You can see right here they're still chasing the skirmish cav. And yeah, this is pretty much how it goes, guys. Once you get rid of one target, you move, you have like 7 different units that are made, to chase down skirmishers. So now I land the Manticore into the archers here. And this is what I was talking about, guys. Look how good this Manticore is doing. Single-handedly, he's just wiping out this unit, and it's not even taking any damage. You can see right here that Marathi's back into the action, and now that I've broken the front line, I'm just going to start screening out his archers with my bleak swords. And even if they do take damage, they have silver shields, so I'm not too worried about. So over here, the Slaaneshi Harvesters have got a hold of the Glade Riders here, and they'll destroy these guys. They're poisoned, so they're not going to get away anytime soon. And now I'm going to send Marathi in to finish up the Glade Lord, because she is anti-large, guys. She'll actually beat the Glade Lord one-on-one. I'm also going to send in the Harpies to try to tie him down, to slow him down. And you can see that, I pretty much just cleaned up every unit that he has, and now it's just, pretty much a war of attrition, just wearing down his forces. So you can see I try to get a good Doom Bolt on his Lord, but he wisely pulls away. But in this case, guys, Marathi's other secret weapon just casts Miasma, and it slows her down. And now the Harpies, Marathi will get on her, and wipe them out. So yeah, guys, we beat the Wood Elves at their own game. Let's go ahead and look at the end screen here. So yeah, so I matched them with numbers. Pretty much all my units have a shield. All of them do that are on the ground forces, right? We have archers to match, but look at this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units that are dedicated just to shutting down his skirmish capabilities. So that is the secret to beating Wood Elves, guys. You have to have ways to shut him down. Don't even think about it as, how am I going to attack him and beat him? Thinking about it as, how am I going to shut him down and keep him from attacking me? Look at it that way. It's not about, when you're fighting Wood Elves, it's not about, what units do I need to, to kill him. It's, what do I need, to block him, pretty much. Because if you take away their ability to damage you, 9 times out of 10, you're going to win. I don't know if that mindset, what I'm trying to say, is coming across, if that's making sense. But if you shut down their ability to utilize their greatest strengths, guys, then Dark Elves will just stomp them. And, you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 units of pretty much skirmish. Things that, mobile skirmish, range, units that are meant to disrupt me or, be the majority of his damage, I had counters for. So, yeah, I hope that helps, guys. Gives you an idea of how to fight the Wood Elves. So, just to wrap it up, bring Morathi. Because, for one, she could trade with any lord in the air. 2, she could, land down and actually, single-handedly take out Wild Riders, Glade Riders. She has all those, the minus 18 melee attack, all the support buffs, miasma, she could cause terror with the spell, Doom and Darkness, I think it is. She has healing. So, yeah, she's going to be good pretty much, in every single unit, one of these units that, she could even fight the Treekin if you need. You're going to go really cheap on your front line. You don't want to have anything that's really powerful, because what if you had Way Watchers? He would have melted your Harganeth Executioners. He has units that would just dance around him, so pretty much your whole matchup would be, spent chasing him. And then, you're going to always want to bring Harpies supported with Dark Riders, guys. And then, the Manticore. I know the Manticore doesn't get a lot of love, guys, but hopefully I showed you, a good matchup for it. And then the Celestial Harvesters, are the counter to his Wild Riders. They will beat Wild Riders as long as you cast Word of Pain. So, yeah, that is it's for my opponent's build. I mean, yeah, it's a standard how Wood Elves need to fight, dude. Guys, they got to have, 5, 6, 7 units that have mobility. Try to get into your back line. Try to skirmish you. Stay out of your range. Wood Elves don't win just meeting you head on. That's just not how their play is. So if you shut that down and counter them, that's how you beat them, guys. So yeah, this was just a little bonus video, show you guys how to beat Wood Elves. I hope it helps for all my Dark Elf lovers out there. So, alright guys, it's Atticus, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.